Marcus wiped the grease from his hands onto his already stained coveralls, squinting at the fusion core of the Zenthari merchant vessel. 3 years working at the Frontier Station's largest repair dock had taught him that alien technology was simultaneously brilliant and infuriating. The Zenthari, with their crystalline energy systems, fell firmly into the latter category. "Excuse me, sir?" The voice was small, uncertain. Marcus turned to find a young Zenthari girl standing at the edge of his workspace. She couldn't have been more than 12 in human years, her translucent blue skin shimmering under the dock's harsh lights. Her large, dark eyes, like pools of liquid mercury, watched him with an intensity that made him uncomfortable. "Yeah, kid? You lost?" Marcus asked, softening his tone. The station's rules were clear. No civilians in the repair bays. The girl clutched a worn satchel to her chest. "My mother. She sent me to find someone. A human mechanic with a mark on his arm." Her eyes fixated on Marcus's left forearm, where his sleeve had rolled up, revealing a faded tattoo. A compass rose with coordinates beneath it. Marcus froze. The tattoo was old, nearly 15 years now. A reminder of a life he'd left behind, of a military career that ended in fire and screaming metal on a planet whose name he tried not to remember. "What about it?" he asked carefully. "My mother has the same one," the girl said, her voice trembling. "Exactly the same." The words hit Marcus like a plasma bolt. His mind raced through possibilities, each more impossible than the last. The tattoo was custom, marking the survivors of the Kepler 442b disaster, a failed first contact mission that had cost 63 human lives. Only 7 had made it off that planet. Only 7 humans. "That's not possible," Marcus said, his voice harder than he intended. "Your mother's Zenthari." "Yes," the girl nodded. "But she wasn't always." The dock suddenly felt too small, too hot. Marcus's heart hammered against his ribs. "What's your name, kid?" "Lyra," she whispered. "My mother's name is Sarah Chen." The name struck him like a physical blow. Sarah Chen. Lieutenant Sarah Chen. She'd been the xenobiologist on that mission, brilliant and fearless. She'd stayed behind when the outpost was overrun, buying time for others to escape. Marcus had seen her position get overrun on the security feeds. He'd watched the signals go dark. For 15 years, he'd carried the guilt of being one of the ones who made it out. "Sarah's dead," Marcus said flatly. "She died on Kepler 442b. Lyra shook her head. "The Zenthari found her. She was badly injured, dying. They saved her, but the process changes you. It took years, but her body adapted to their genetic therapy. She became one of us." The girl's voice cracked. "But she never forgot who she was. She told me stories about Earth, about being human. She said if anything happened to her, I should find the survivors, find someone with this mark." Marcus sank onto a nearby crate, his legs suddenly unsteady. "Why now?" "She's sick," Lyra said, tears forming in those alien eyes. "The transformation was never complete. Her human cells are fighting the Zenthari ones. The doctors say she doesn't have long." She pulled a data chip from her satchel. "She wanted me to give you this. She said you'd understand." With shaking hands, Marcus took the chip and inserted it into his portable display. Sarah's face appeared, still recognizably human despite the blue tint to her skin, the slight elongation of her features. But her eyes, those were unmistakably Sarah's eyes. "Marcus," her recorded voice said, and he felt 15 years of grief crash over him. "If you're seeing this, Lyra found you. Good. I need you to do something for me. I need you to take care of her. She's human too, in the ways that matter. She thinks like us, dreams like us. But she's growing up in a world that doesn't understand that. The Zenthari are good people, but they can't teach her what it means to be human." Sarah coughed, the sound wet and painful. I know what I'm asking. I know you blame yourself for Kepler 442b. Don't. You survived, Marcus. That's not a sin. But if you've been punishing yourself all these years, here's your chance at redemption. Be the uncle she needs. Teach her about Earth, about humanity. Show her that the best parts of us, our stubbornness, our hope, our refusal to give up, those things are worth preserving. The recording ended. Marcus looked at Lyra, really looked at her. Beyond the blue skin and alien features, he saw it. The set of her jaw, the way she stood despite her fear. Sarah's daughter, part human, part Zenthari, wholly unique. Your mother, Marcus said slowly. She's not dead yet? Lyra shook her head. She wants to see you, if you'll come. Marcus thought of the life he'd built here. The simple routine of repairing ships, asking no questions, avoiding complications. He thought of 15 years spent running from ghosts. Then he thought of Sarah Chen, who'd sacrificed everything for people like him, who'd somehow survived the impossible and built a new life from the ashes. He stood up, wiping his hands one more time. Let me grab my coat. Does your mom still like terrible coffee? For the first time, Lyra smiled. A genuinely human smile on an alien face. She talks about it all the time, says it's one of the things she misses most. Then we'll stop by Supply Station 7 on the way. They've got the worst coffee in 3 sectors. She'll love it. As they walked out of the repair bay together, Marcus glanced at his tattoo, the compass rose that had guided survivors home. Maybe, he thought, it was guiding him home again, just in a way he'd never expected.